Do you have anything else to say?
If it isn't Professor Layton, judging by your expression, it seems you haven't found the golden apple. You look terribly tense, Professor.
Ah, nice. A puzzle. What do we... Oh! You know, I did ask for another one of these. Holy shit. I did ask for I said it when I was doing the Layton's challenges. Give me the one with the wolf and the sheep. Except this time we also have Stash and Scarfin for some reason. Okay, whoa. Yeah, okay. Stashin is here this time and he must pilot. Alright. Help Stash and Scarfin move the wolf, sheep, and cabbage from one side of the river to the other while obeying the following rules. In addition to its captain, the raft can only support one animal or item at once. So Stash and Scarfin and one other thing. At minimum, Stash and Scarfin. When Stash and Scarfin isn't near, the wolf will eat the sheep, and you'll have to start over. Okay. So it's not just leaving him alone with the sheep or anything. Like, I can't leave the cabbage there. Cabbage will not protect the sheep. Alright. So he has to always be near. The sheep will eat the cabbage when Stash and Scarfin isn't around. If you let the sheep have its way, you'll have to start over. Okay. Shortest solution takes 7 moves. Alright, so... I cannot leave with the wolf with the sheep, or the sheep with the cabbage. So logic would dictate that I must first take the sheep. Away! Alright. Head on back. So it's only 7 moves, so this should be pretty simple. Should I take over the... If I take over the cabbage... Because it doesn't matter if I bring them there, and they're there next to each other. As long as he is there too, then it's fine. What if I bring over the cabbage? I bring the sheep back. I bring the wolf. Oh, that was really easy. Yeah, that was really easy. Okay, cool. Great. It was actually easier than the first one at the beginning of the game.
Key to success.
I got 7 moves. What do you take me for, some kind of fool? And we got a painting scrap. I'm not even looking forward to the painting anymore, or filling up the end, because it's going to give me more of those impossible puzzles.
Welcome back, Professor Layton. Please come in. Everyone is waiting.
Thank you, Matthew. Is something troubling you, my good man? You seem ill at ease.
Oh no, I'm fine, sir. Please make your way to the parlor.
Alright, if you're certain that nothing is the matter, we'll head upstairs. Alright, what's going on, guys? Oh, Mr. Layton, thank you for arriving so promptly. Come, have a seat. Why have you called us here, Inspector Chelmy? Like you, I'm not the kind of man who beats around the bush, so I'll just come out with it. I'm on to you, Layton. It's clear as day. You are responsible for Simon's death. Excuse me? He smiles. He's like, uh-huh. Are you suggesting I murdered Simon? Nonsense. Nice, Layton. I have to admire the way you keep cool under pressure. But of course I would expect nothing less from a cold-blooded killer such as yourself. I don't suppose you've seen this before, eh? It's a vase. There was, wasn't there like a picture of it or something? I don't remember. His vase was on display in the room in which Simon was found dead. Oh yeah, like, it was at the market. It was like, oh, they said that this was yours, I'm returning it to you, and we're like, what? All the forensic evidence I've gathered suggests the killer struck Simon with this vase. Our killer was no professional. You see, he left his fingerprints all over the murder weapon. Fingerprints that match your own, Mr. Layton. I don't believe you. Well, it's because they gave it to me. So I do believe you. It's because they gave it to me there. But that guy was touching it too. You rotten murderer. If this vase is evidence, why did you just break it like it was nothing? Yeah, you piece of shit. It's almost like you're, not doing your job right. Which, I mean, is pretty obvious from what we learned earlier with the thing in the paper about Chelmy, but I can't say it because it's technically a spoiler because I know it. Go on and give me an alibi, Layton. Where were you when Simon was killed, eh? Come on, out with it. That was a long time ago. You think I remember that shit? I was with Luke, investigating matters down in the village. Huh, is that the best you can muster? It's clear the little brat is an accomplice to your crime. Admit it, Layton. You two wanted to keep the golden apple so badly that you conspired to murder Simon. You can't fool me, Layton. So cough it up and start talking. While I'm at it, I'll take the key to the tower, you... Yo, motherfucker! How do you know about that, bitch? Back the fuck up. It seems that you are intent on pinning this crime on me, Inspector. But if you are a true enforcer of the law, you'll acknowledge that I am not the only reasonable suspect. Any member of this household could have committed the crime. In fact, you can't even rule out the possibility that everyone here had a hand in the murder. Furthermore, are we even sure that a murder took place here? What kind of nonsense are you spouting now? Do you really think anyone here is fooled by your crackpot theories? Inspector Chelmy, I'm beginning to think the only person here with something to hide is you. That's absurd. This has nothing in the slightest to do with me. I think it has everything to do with you.
Inspector, it has quite a bit to do with you.
Meaning?
Isn't it obvious? If there is any criminal element involved in this case, then it is you, sir.
What? That's absurd.
Hey, calm down!
What utter rubbish! You'll need more than some death charge to save your hide.
Aw, shit. I've heard you're quite the devoted husband, Inspector. I bet you take very good care of your wife, Amy. Luke and I found this article in the paper. Luke, what was the Inspector Chelmy's favorite food again? Oh, it was, sweet potato fritters, right? Yep. That was the easiest puzzle in the game. This article specifically states you love sweet potato fritters. And yet you raged at poor Matthew when he brought you sweets with tea. Why? And your point is, just so happens that I have a fondness for Amy's sweet potato fritters. Is that so? Thank you, Inspector. This little conversation has made things quite clear. Is his wife's name not Amy? I don't remember if they ever said his wife's name or not. If it's not Amy, then he totally just trapped him. I believe you just called him... yeah, that's not his wife's name. Motherfucker. Amélie. Nice. You probably should have chosen a name that's a little different, because he could just say that Amy is a nickname for Amélie. Should have just said Gloria or something. Who are you? And why have you been impersonating Inspector Chelmy? Yes. When they revealed that that thing in the newspaper, it was pretty obvious that he was being impersonated, but I couldn't say it. So that's why he was such a piece of shit and doing such a terrible job at investigating, and why he broke the evidence, and why he was the worst person I've ever seen. Because he's not really the inspector, he's a villain. Seems like he'd probably be the shady guy that's been going around town chasing us with Ferris wheels. You said you received a report that prompted you to come to St. Mystere, but you forgot one thing. After Luke and I came to town, the drawbridge that is St. Mystere's sole entrance had its crank stolen. That means you were already in here. This effectively sealed the village. From that point on, no one could enter or leave the village. And do you recall just when this seclusion began? Fuck. Dude. I legitimately don't remember. What happens if I'm wrong? Oh. Ooh. I don't know, man. That one? I don't remember. Oh, really? Okay, because I was pretty sure that was the first thing, and I thought it happened early on, so I was like, there we go. Huh. After that event, there was no way anyone outside the village could enter. By the same token, there was no way to take things out of the village, particularly something as large as a corpse. So tell me, Inspector Chelmy, when did you actually first set foot in St. Mystere? And furthermore, what did you do with Simon's remains? While we're on the subject, I have one more nagging question that I haven't been able to figure out. How is it that you knew about the key to the tower we discovered? When we happened upon that key, there wasn't a soul in the area, save for Luke and myself. Furthermore, I've spoken of what we found there to no one. There's no conceivable way you could have known about this key. Unless, of course, you were spying on us from the shadows when we picked it up. Now let me see if I've got this all right. You posed as the inspector and used Simon's death as an excuse to enter Reinhold Manor. Since then, you've been waiting for the ideal time to strike and steal the golden apple from us. How am I doing so far? What's so funny? This is no laughing matter. I'm just astounded at how despicable I find you, Layton. But that's exactly why you're worthy of being my arch-enemy. Uh-oh. Oh my god! Don Paolo. Alright. I mean, look at this guy's character design. He looks like an upstanding citizen, if I've ever seen one.
I've always despised you, Layton.
That's not gonna work. Nope. Nope! Drink of water. Whoa, not doing that. Should I just stick to the voice I was using for Chelmy, or, I don't know. For now, I will. I've always despised you, Layton. I thought I'd be able to crush you once and for all here in Saint Mystere. But that will have to wait since you saw through my disguise. You haven't caught on yet, but Saint Mystere hides a secret of epic proportions. I caught on a long time ago, man. When I imagine a dimwit like you trying to unravel the mystery, I'll just have to smile. Excuse me. My business here for the day has come to an end, so I'll be off now. But listen closely, Layton, never forget... hiccup, excuse me. Never forget how close you came to being bested. One day I, the great Don Paolo, will rain my vengeance down upon you. And on that fearful day, you will beg for an umbrella and a raincoat. Perhaps even some galoshes. Oh, wow, what a threat. Galoshes, everybody. Galoshes. Gosh! Yes, Luke. Gosh, indeed. Well, there he goes. He's dead. Huh. Gosh! Huh. Those are their reactions. I guess he's gone. Do you know who that man was? Don Paolo is his name. I've heard stories of him. Well, you've never met him? Why is he saying you're his arch-enemy? His grasp of the hard sciences was rumored to be unrivaled. The problem, as you might guess, was his personality. Though he was a genius, the man was evil. Also his appearance. The Science Board banished him from working officially in his field ever again. Sneaking into Saint Mystere to steal the Reinhold fortune sounds like the kind of scheme he would hatch. He seems to hold quite a grudge against you, Professor. What did you do to cross him? I haven't the slightest idea, Luke. Huh, well that aside, what was all that talk of a secret hidden in the village? What was he talking about? I'm mystified by it. Really? I figured it out a long time ago, guys, and that's not just because I've played the game before, it's because it's obvious. I say we follow our newest lead and head for that tower. Let's check that dead end from before, Luke. Let's. Chapter 8. Complete! Sweet. We're making progress. I don't know how many chapters are in the game. Whoa. Oh, the Chelmy mystery is solved. That's the only mystery that we've solved? I guess a lot of that stuff will just be solved at the end. So yeah. Wait, we finished a chapter. It didn't give me the option to save. It's weird. I can save any time. It's just they usually give me that. I'm gonna see if any of you guys have any puzzles or anything before I go. Any luck getting a woman? Nothing from you? Okay. I'm simply shocked. Shocked at this turn of events. Who could have guessed that we had an impostor on our midst? He had me completely fooled. But you saw right through him, Professor. I must say I'm quite impressed with your cunning. I ask you now to put that brilliant mind of yours to work again and set out in search of the golden apple. I believe I've already found it several times, actually, if my memory serves me right on what the golden apple actually is. I awoke this morning with memories of a peculiar dream I must have had last night. In it, my husband and I had just had a brand new baby girl, and oh, how everyone fawned over her. The next moment, suddenly I was in a park walking hand in hand with my young daughter. It's interesting that she's like, oh, there was an imposter in our midst when, something. That's all I'll say. Why would I have that silly dream like that? These past few days have been really quite draining. Professor Layton, I don't feel particularly well at the moment. I think I'll go lie down for a bit. What's wrong with Lady Dahlia? She says she had a dream of walking in the park with her young daughter. There's something quite curious about that dream. Curious indeed. Alright. Now, we got the Chelmy thing out of the way. We are actually going to go to the dead end. Sorry, Raymond, I'll have to ignore you. I guess I'll talk to people on the way, just see if they have any puzzles. If they don't, then I'll just cut to the dead end. Oh, she said she had a new puzzle, but Luke is saying no. Am I gonna do it? What the hell's happening? Okay, whatever. Let's do it then. Rolling a 3. When you roll a die, the chances of rolling a 3 are 1 in 6. This is true. The chances of rolling a 3 twice in a row are 1 in 36. And the chances of rolling a 3 3 times in a row are a jaw-dropping 1 in 216. Let's assume you roll a die 3 times and get a 3 each time. Your chances of rolling a 3 on your next roll are 1 in how many? 6? That's like really easy. 6.
That should do it.
Thank you. I needed that one. I needed a breather. A very simple one.
Has an answer.
There we go. Thank you. Doesn't matter how many times you roll the same number. If you're only asking about the probability of rolling a 3 on one turn, 6. Exactly. I am going to the tower. It's right there. It's fine. I got it.
Oh yes, I don't want to go anywhere near that place myself. Though I suppose I could make an exception for a strapping young man such as yourself, oh yes.
Professor, we should really keep moving. Slowly back away from the crazy lady. Alright, put the key in the wall. It's a dead end. No two ways about it. Maybe there's another pathway to the tower hidden around here. I'd argue we've come to exactly the right spot, Luke. What do you mean by that? Look right here, Luke. There's a small indentation in the wall where one could place a small object. The key. Will that solve the mystery of the key? Yes, this curious indentation is no doubt the spot indicated in Baron Reinhold's note to Archibald. Ah, I see. I'm willing to wager that if we put this in there and give it a turn... Here we go. Open sesame. To the tower we go. Wow! Just as I suspected. Alright, Luke, in we go. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it, because this is Chapter 9, The Tower's Secret. There's the key. Boom. 2 solved. Take that, Don Paolo. Now I'll save. Maybe it only asked me to save when I start a new chapter. Maybe it's not when I finish a current one. Maybe that's what that was before. So we're going. We're going to the clock tower. I've solved 100 puzzles. That's pretty cool. Do you have hint coins around here? Probably not. Those 100, does that count the challenges? I'm not sure. Probably, though. Yeah, I have at least 75. Okay. This place gives me the creeps. Plus, it's all murky in here, and I can't see a thing. Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh. Well. They're dead. That's the end of the game. Thank you for playing. Yeah, it's a major anticlimax. They just die. Oh, no, they're fine. Yeah, didn't you know? Professor Layton and the Curious Village, it went down in history as the game that just randomly killed the main characters 3/4 of the way through. That's why there are no sequels. Are you alright, my boy? No injuries, I hope? Don't worry, Professor, I'm fine. And yourself? Nothing a good long bath later won't solve, but more importantly, where are we? We're in the thing. This room is stuffed to the gills with curious machines. I've never seen anything like them. What do you suppose they do? What in the world? Look over there on the wall, Professor. My word. Whoa! And Simon's is like darkened out. I think that's intentional. And they all have keys next to them, and his is gone. There are views from all over the town displayed here. Don't they almost look like blueprints? And what's this? Almost every village's name is on the wall. Those are their pictures, not names, Luke. But okay. Professor, what if somebody is using this place to keep an eye on what's going on in St. Mystere? Look, there are stairs over there. Let's get out of here. This place gives me goosebumps. Yes, you're quite right, Luke. Let's head out. Alright. This is some crazy shit in here. Let's just look around, click on everything, see what the hell's going on. We got a book. Oh, what's this notebook? Did you find something interesting? I think so. This notebook looks like someone's been using it as a diary. Just a little longer now. Soon this village will complete the task it was designed for. I've waited so long for this day, but as it comes closer, I feel a little lonely. I hope that at the very least, the young mistress finally finds happiness at the end of all this. This poor journal looks like it's been through a lot. All the pages are terribly frayed. I bet all the scraps of paper we found in the village came from here. Yep. Alright, anything else? I don't know if there's gonna be anything. You'd think there'd be a ton of stuff around here, but I guess not. We're just gonna venture further into this place. Whoa, there he is! The kidnapper murderer!